Alright everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We've just gotten our first look into Dark Universe at Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida. And let me tell you, it just might be the most immersive land that they have showed us so far. Out of everything we've seen so far, I think I might be most excited for this section. The attention to detail and the variety of attractions they have to offer is simply mind-blowing. They pulled out all the stops here. They have left nothing for imagination. So without ado, let's dive right into it and explore what Dark Universe has to offer. It looks like when you enter the park through the Dark Universe portal, there's going to be a spire of some sort on top of the portal there, and it's gonna pulsate energy. That's how the dark energy is collected, the way they explained it, you know, part of the storyline. But yeah, the dark energy is going to be collected from you as you walk through the portal through a spire, and then it's going to pulsate out through the entire park, and then it's going to shoot up to the manor at the very top of it, and it's going to be probably all electrical and purple and just cool looking. And then they also have the classic Frankenstein Windmill that's on fire there, so it's not going to be on fire, you know, all day long. It'll probably be more like the dragon from Escape from Gringotts, the Harry Potter ride at Universal, how every so often it will, you know, spit fire out its mouth. I think like every 5-10 minutes or something like that, it'll just blast that big flame out of its mouth. But yeah, I'm guessing it'll be something more like that. So first things first, the Frankenstein Monsters OnChain ride looks like it's going to be next level. They already said that they're pulling out a bunch of new technology for this ride. The theming behind this ride is that Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, I'm pretty sure it's some part of the ancestry there in the Frankenstein family, but what she did was gather all the Universal monsters. So, you know, the Black Lagoon monster, the Mummy, Frankenstein himself, Wolfman, you know, all of those monsters. She gathered them all up because we don't know if her intentions are good or bad or whatever the case might be. But at the end of the day, she's just trying to revive Frankenstein or something along those lines. So she needs to get all the power she can get. And then, you know, we'll see what happens on the ride. But basically, that's what that ride's going to be based around. So I'm assuming we're going to go through a whole storyline revolving that. I know they said they're going to have next level animatronics. Universal doesn't normally have crazy animatronics. Like, they do have a couple, like King Kong on the King Kong ride, couple in Jurassic Park, you know, whatever the case, but not smaller ones. If they do animatronics, they're usually going to be like the big thing, you know. So, you know, Disney obviously has the smaller animatronics. If you go on the Frozen ride, you know, new ride, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, things like that, Snow White, you know, they have the smaller animatronics, but they look amazing, right? So I'm assuming this is going to be more on par with that, with their animatronics, aka the monsters, you know. See a nice animatronic of Frankenstein, Wolfman. They're not going to be huge, right? They'll be more like human size, but I'm super excited to see what they look like. They didn't say or specify how long the ride might be. I'm assuming it's going to be a decent amount of time. It's the same style as the Harry Potter ride at Islands of Adventures. Pretty sure it's called the Kookaroo Arm attraction or something along those lines. But that ride's pretty long, so I can only assume that this ride is going to be just as long as that Harry Potter ride. But we are very excited for that. Next thing that we're going to be talking about here is the Wolfman Mock Spinning Roller Coaster. And man, oh man, another attraction I am super excited for. They didn't say too much about the ride, but the one thing I am glad that they showed us was what's going to be inside that barn. That has been the number one thing on my mind every time I see that ride testing and that attraction going, is when it goes through that barn, what's in there? I even made a tweet like, you know, does anybody know or have any idea what's going to be going into that attraction shed? And everyone's kind of like, you know, they gave their speculations what they thought was going to be in there, but nobody got it right. So it doesn't look like it's going to be anything too crazy. They didn't show if there was going to be like screens on the side or anything like that when you're going through. I assume there might be some sort of screen technology on the sides. Definitely a lot of props, things like that. But the main thing that I saw in the video was Wolfman is going to be right above you. Probably an animatronic of Wolfman from what it looked like. And you're going to fly right under him. You and the family or whoever you're on there with, you're going to go right under the Wolfman. It looks pretty spooky. I know the land's not going to be too scary. I think they said, you know, for kids and up to PG-13. And I don't expect to see blood and things of that nature. But that ride does look fun. They said it's about 2 minutes. You're going to be going through the woods that they created there. So I'm hoping that in this makeup experience thing they have going, that they kind of do the same thing. It's not just like, you know, painting your face, you know, couple dots, couple eyes, get you out there in 10 minutes. Hopefully you're in there for a good 30, 40 to an hour, you know, and they actually like go crazy on your face, make it look so cool, really immersive, things like that. And I imagine that's something they're gonna do because they want you to become part of the story, right? So it's not gonna be no cheap face paint, you know, in and out type thing. Like, you'll probably be in there for a little while getting that makeup done, and you'll probably look just like one of the scare actors. So they're also going to have the Meet the Monsters in the Streets meet and greets, where you can meet all the Universal monsters. I'm assuming they will have Frankenstein, you know, Black Lagoon monster, Wolfman, the Mummy. You know, I think there's a couple other people, Invisible Man. I'm not too sure who that is. But I did see that name out there. I know I'm forgetting another one too. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure Frankenstein's wife's gonna be there. I think her name's Igor, something along those lines. Starts with a Y. But yeah, there's gonna be a nice meet and greet for that. Real characters. Assuming you're gonna maybe walk into Frankenstein's mansion, or, you know, at least a cool little scenic area where you're going to meet all these characters. Expected to be a little bit spooky, but not too spooky. But another thing I'm very, very excited to see there. Seems like there's going to be 2 different options to dine in. First option, it's called Das Steakhouse, or Das Steakhouse. I don't know how you're officially supposed to pronounce it, but it's going to be a steakhouse. So I'm assuming that's going to be more of a 5-star dining selection. Looks like you're in some sort of mansion, something along those lines, in the basement or in some sort of dungeon. And yeah, everyone's just in there enjoying eating their food. Like I said, that looks like it's going to be more of a 5-star dining location, because they do have their other location called Darkmoor Village. Hottest Eatery, and I'm assuming that's going to be more of a in-and-out type eating location. It's located where the flamed windmill is. I'm pretty sure you go in there, go underneath the windmill, and actually go inside the windmill building, and then that's where you go and get that kind of quick pick up your food. And maybe there's some spots to eat, maybe there's not. There's most likely going to be. I'd have a couple other food kiosks around the area, obviously, you know, little drinks and snacks, stuff like that. But the 2 little main restaurants that they're gonna have there are the Steakhouse and the Darkmoor Village Hottest Eatery. But on that note, I'd just like to thank you guys for stopping by, to Alicia and Tyler. We will be posting our next vlog this week. It's us at Universal. We got express passes, so stay tuned for that. It's a pretty good vlog. It's fun. It was a beautiful day. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, please like and subscribe and leave a comment.
Hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!